In the flickering light of the backyard fire pit, Mark Thompson gripped the crisp check for $38 million, his father's final bequest, and watched it curl into ash, the flames devouring the paper like a voracious beast. His son, Alex, stood frozen on the porch, heart pounding, as the wind carried away the remnants of what could have been their salvation, or so he thought. Little did either know, the real inheritance lay not in that burned fortune, but in a tangled web of secrets that would unravel their family, force Alex to confront his hidden identity, and lead him to a love that defied everything his father stood for. Alex Thompson had always felt like an outsider in his own home, a quiet suburb of Chicago where conformity was the unwritten law. At 25, he worked as a graphic designer in a small firm downtown, sketching logos and layouts that paid the bills but barely touched his soul. His father, Mark, a stern auto mechanic with calloused hands and unyielding principles, had raised him alone after Alex's mother left when he was just a toddler. Mark's world was black and white. Hard work, church on Sundays, and no room for deviations. The check from grandfather Elias had arrived 2 weeks after the old man's death, a bombshell that Mark dismissed as tainted money. Elias Thompson had been a reclusive billionaire, building his empire in real estate across the Midwest, but whispers of his eccentric life had always haunted the family. Mark burned it that night, muttering about how Elias's unnatural ways had poisoned everything he touched. Alex, watching from afar, felt a surge of anger mixed with confusion. Why destroy their chance at freedom? But as the embers died, Alex's phone buzzed with an email from Elias's lawyer. "There's more to your inheritance. Come to the estate in Wisconsin tomorrow." The drive to the sprawling Thompson estate felt like crossing into another world. Fields stretched endlessly under a clear blue sky, dotted with barns and silos that hinted at the agricultural roots of Elias's fortune. Alex arrived at the grand Victorian house, its wraparound porch creaking under his steps. The lawyer, a sharp-dressed woman named Miss Harper, greeted him with a firm handshake. "Your grandfather left explicit instructions," she said, leading him to a study lined with leather-bound books. "The check was a test for your father." Elias knew Mark's prejudices would lead him to destroy it. Alex's mind reeled. Prejudices? Elias had been openly gay in his later years, a fact Mark had buried like a shameful secret. "The real inheritance," Ms. Harper continued, "is the entire estate, 5,000 acres of farmland, valued at over $200 million, plus controlling shares in Thompson AgriCorp. But there's a condition. You must live here for a year and manage it personally." Alex stared at the deed in his hands. This wasn't just money. It was a life sentence in rural isolation. And buried in the fine print, Elias's hope that Alex would embrace his true self, as the old man had done too late in life. Settling in was a whirlwind. The estate buzzed with workers, farmhands, managers, and a young agronomist named Jordan Hale, who oversaw crop rotations and sustainability projects. Jordan was 27, with sun-kissed skin, blonde hair that fell in waves, and a quiet confidence that drew Alex in from their first meeting. "Mr. Thompson, Alex, right? I'm here to show you the ropes," Jordan said, his blue eyes steady. As they toured the fields on an ATV, Jordan explained the operations. Organic farming initiatives Elias had pioneered, clashing with traditional methods favored by local conservatives. Alex felt out of his depth, his city slicker shoes sinking into the mud. But Jordan's passion was infectious. "Your grandfather was a visionary. He fought for eco-friendly practices when everyone else stuck to chemicals." That evening, over coffee in the kitchen, Alex opened up about the burn check. Jordan listened, his expression softening. "Sounds like family drama. Mine's no picnic. My folks disowned me when I came out in college." Alex's heart skipped. Came out? The word hung in the air, unspoken echoes of his own buried truths. Tensions simmered as word spread about Alex's arrival. Local farmers, many of whom leased land from the estate, viewed him with suspicion. "City boy taking over? Elias must have lost his mind," grumbled one at the town diner. Mark, furious upon learning of the true inheritance, drove up unannounced a week later. "This is a mistake, son. That old man was trying to corrupt you with his lifestyle." The argument exploded in the living room, Mark's face red with rage. "He was gay, Alex, flaunting it like it was normal. I burned that check to protect you from his poison." Alex, trembling, shot back, "Protect me? Or hide from your own shame?" Mark stormed out, vowing to contest the will. Alone, Alex wandered the grounds, finding Jordan repairing a fence. "Rough day?" Jordan asked. As they talked under the stars, Alex felt a pull, a shared understanding. Jordan's story of rejection mirrored his fears. For the first time, Alex admitted to himself he was gay too. But saying it aloud? That was a bridge too far. As weeks turned to months, Alex dove into estate management, learning from Jordan about soil health and market trends. Their collaboration deepened into friendship, laced with unspoken tension. One rainy afternoon, trapped in the barn during a storm, Jordan shared more. "Coming out cost me everything. Family, friends, but it gave me freedom." Alex's pulse raced. "I envy that courage." Jordan's hand brushed his, a spark igniting. But societal pressures loomed. The local community, steeped in traditional values, whispered about the two bachelors running the farm. A town hall meeting erupted when Alex proposed expanding Elias's sustainable programs, clashing with chemical-dependent neighbors. "You're pushing that green agenda like your grandfather's other choices," sneered a councilman, the implication clear. Homophobia intertwined with economic fears, creating a powder keg. Alex defended the plans fiercely, but doubt crept in. Was he ready for this fight? Mark's legal challenge gained traction, backed by conservative locals who saw the inheritance as an affront to family values. Court documents revealed Elias's letters, detailing his regret over hiding his sexuality and his belief that Alex shared it. Exposed, Alex faced a crossroads. Jordan, sensing his turmoil, confronted him by the lake. "You don't have to hide, Alex. Not here." Their eyes met, and in that moment vulnerability turned to connection. A tentative kiss that felt like coming home. But the kiss was witnessed by a farmhand loyal to Mark, sparking rumors that fueled the lawsuit. "See? It's all about promoting that lifestyle," Mark argued in court. Alex, torn between love and loyalty, had to choose. Fight for his inheritance and identity, or retreat to the shadows. The trial became a spectacle, drawing media attention to the small Wisconsin town. Reporters camped outside the estate, probing into Elias's life and Alex's role. Supporters emerged, LGBTQ+ advocates praising Elias's legacy. But opponents rallied, decrying the erosion of traditional farming and morals. Jordan stood by Alex, their budding relationship a quiet anchor amid the chaos. Late nights poring over documents, hands intertwined. They dreamed of a future where the farm thrived as a beacon of progress. But Mark's testimony hit hard. "I raised my son right. This inheritance is twisting him." Alex, on the stand, finally spoke his truth. "Grandfather saw me, the real me, and I'm gay, Dad. That's not a twist. It's who I am." The courtroom gasped, Mark's face crumbling. The judge ruled in Alex's favor, citing Elias's ironclad will. Victory tasted bittersweet as Mark left without a word. With the estate secure, Alex and Jordan transformed it into a model of sustainability, hosting workshops that bridged divides. Their love blossomed openly, challenging the community's norms. Yet scars remained, Mark's silence a gaping wound. One crisp fall day, Alex found a letter from his father. "I was wrong about a lot. Maybe we can talk." Hope flickered, but change was slow. Alex realized the true inheritance wasn't land or money, but the courage to live authentically. Reconciliation with Mark began tentatively, over awkward phone calls that evolved into visits. Mark arrived one weekend, tools in hand, offering to fix a leaky barn roof. "Figured you could use some help," he grumbled, avoiding eye contact. Alex accepted, sensing a crack in the armor. As they worked side by side, hammering nails under the sun, fragments of conversation emerged. "Your grandfather. He tried to tell me once about his life. I shut him down. Mark's voice cracked. Jordan, watching from afar, gave Alex space but later offered support. He's trying. That's something. The visit ended with a stiff hug, but it planted seeds of healing. Yet societal conflicts persisted. A neighboring farmer, emboldened by online forums, vandalized the estate's sign with slurs, igniting a wave of harassment. Alex reported it, but the sheriff, an old friend of Mark's, dragged his feet. "Boys will be boys," he said dismissively. Frustrated, Alex and Jordan organized a community forum, inviting locals to discuss sustainable farming and subtly tolerance. The forum packed the town hall, tensions thick as fog. Alex opened with data on crop yields, but questions veered personal. "Is this farm turning into some kind of retreat?" asked a woman, her tone laced with disdain. Jordan stepped up. "It's a business, ma'am, and who we love doesn't affect the soil." Murmurs rippled, some nods of agreement, others scowls. A young attendee, a closeted teen, approached afterward. "Thanks for speaking up. It means a lot." That night, Alex and Jordan celebrated small wins with a quiet dinner, their hands linked across the table. But doubt lingered. Was their relationship a catalyst for change or a target? Mark, hearing about the vandalism, called unexpectedly. "I'll talk to the sheriff. This ain't right." His support, however grudging, bolstered Alex. As winter blanketed the fields in snow, the estate's operations slowed, giving Alex time to reflect. He discovered Elias's journals in the attic, pages filled with regrets over a lost love. A man named Victor, whom Elias had abandoned for societal acceptance. "I built this empire to hide my heart," Elias wrote. "Don't repeat my mistake." Inspired, Alex shared excerpts with Jordan, deepening their bond. They planned expansions, a community garden program to engage locals, blending agriculture with outreach. But challenges mounted. A conservative group petitioned to boycott Thompson Agricorp products, labeling them agenda-driven. Sales dipped, forcing layoffs. Alex agonized over decisions his leadership tested. Jordan's steady presence grounded him. "We're in this together." Their first Christmas as a couple was intimate, a tree adorned with handmade ornaments, but shadowed by Mark's absence. He declined the invitation, citing old habits. Spring brought renewal, crops sprouting like hope. Alex hired back workers, implementing cost-saving measures. Jordan proposed a partnership not just in business but life. "Marry me, Alex. Let's build this legacy our way." Overwhelmed with joy, Alex said yes, sealing it with a kiss amid blooming fields. Word spread, eliciting mixed reactions. Supporters sent congratulations. Detractors amplified online hate. Mark's response came via text. "Heard the news. Need time." The engagement party, a modest gathering of allies, was disrupted by protesters chanting slurs. Police intervened, but the incident made headlines, polarizing the community further. Alex faced interviews, defending his right to love. "This farm stands for progress, in the earth and in hearts." Jordan, ever resilient, reminded him, "We're sparking change, even if it hurts." Legal hurdles resurfaced when a distant relative, egged on by Mark's former allies, filed a claim alleging undue influence in Elias's will. Court again dredging up personal details. Testimonies revealed Mark's evolving stance. He testified for Alex this time. "My son's a good man. Deserves this." The admission stunned the room, swaying the judge. Victory solidified Alex's position, but emotional tolls accumulated. Jordan noticed Alex's withdrawal. "Talk to me." In a vulnerable moment, Alex confessed fears of losing everything, like Elias had. Jordan reassured, "We won't hide. That's the real inheritance." Living true. Summer harvests yielded bountiful crops, symbolizing growth. The community garden thrived, drawing families and fostering dialogues. A once hostile neighbor joined, admitting, "Maybe I was wrong about some things." Mark visited more, bonding over barbecues, even sharing a beer with Jordan. "You're all right, kid," he said gruffly. Yet not all bridges mended. Some relationships fractured permanently. Alex pondered the cost of authenticity. Worth it, but painful. As the estate flourished, so did external pressures. A national news outlet featured the story, "Gay heir revives family farm amid controversy." The piece highlighted progress but stirred backlash. Hate mail arrived, threats veiled as concerns. Alex installed security but paranoia crept in. Jordan suggested a getaway. A weekend in Chicago, revisiting Alex's old life. The city buzz re-energized them, strolling hand in hand through parks, free from rural scrutiny. But returning home, they found the barn tagged with graffiti, "Fags out." Devastated, Alex questioned his path. "Is this worth it?" Jordan held him. "Yes, because it's us." They cleaned it together, turning the act into defiance. Mark's transformation accelerated. He confided in Alex about his own youth, pressured by societal norms, suppressing doubts. "Your grandfather's coming out scared me. Thought it'd reflect on me." The revelation humanized him, forging empathy. Mark even attended a Pride event in Milwaukee with them, awkward but present. "Not my scene, but for you." Progress, incremental yet profound. Meanwhile, the boycott faded as consumers embraced the farm's ethical branding. Sales rebounded, attracting investors interested in sustainable models. Alex negotiated deals, Jordan handling ops, their synergy unbreakable. A new conflict arose. Jordan's family resurfaced. His estranged brother, a pastor in a conservative church, reached out, demanding reconciliation on his terms. No sinful lifestyle. Jordan refused, but the encounter reopened wounds. Alex supported him through therapy sessions, their love a balm. "You've given me strength," Jordan whispered. They adopted a rescue dog, symbolizing their family unit, naming it Elias. Community ties strengthened. A local school invited Alex to speak on diversity in agriculture, inspiring youth. But a teen's suicide in town, linked to bullying over sexuality, hit hard. Alex and Jordan funded a support hotline, channeling grief into action. Fall festivals brought unity. The estate hosted a harvest fair, inclusive booths promoting LGBTQ+ resources amid pumpkin patches. Attendance soared, blending fun with education. Mark helped set up, chatting with attendees. "My son's doing good work." A turning point, acceptance rippling outward. Yet personal doubts lingered. Alex wondered if Elias's legacy burdened more than blessed. Jordan countered, "It's empowered us." Their wedding planning intensified. Venue the estate's meadow, guest list bridging divides. Winter's chill tested resilience. A storm damaged crops, insurance battles ensued. Amid repairs, Jordan fell ill, pneumonia from overwork. Alex nursed him, fears amplifying. "Can't lose you." Recovery bonded them deeper, vows renewed in private. Mark visited daily, bringing soups. Family looks after each other. The gesture healed old rifts. Spring renewal coincided with the wedding. Vows exchanged under blooming arches. Mark walking Alex down the aisle. "Proud of you, son." Cheers drowned out distant protesters. Honeymoon in Hawaii, they reflected on journeys, from isolation to unity. But paradise interrupted. A call about a fire at the estate. Rushing back, they found minor damage, arson suspected. Investigations pointed to holdouts from the boycott group. Charges filed, community rallied in support. The incident galvanized change, a town resolution against hate crimes. Summer's abundance affirmed their path. The farm prospered, a model for others. Alex and Jordan mentored young farmers, emphasizing inclusivity. Mark retired nearby, grandfatherly in spirit. With stability, new horizons beckoned. Alex authored a book on Elias's legacy, blending memoir with farming tips. Publishers clamored, tours scheduled. Jordan managed the estate, innovating with tech like drone monitoring. Their life intertwined seamlessly, but societal undercurrents persisted. A political shift, bills threatening LGBTQ+ rights, prompted advocacy. They lobbied in D.C., voices amplified by their story. Farms feed bodies, Tolerance feeds souls, Alex testified. Back home, they faced counter-protests, but allies multiplied. Family expanded. They pursued adoption, navigating biases in the system. A social worker's skepticism, 2 men raising a child, echoed old prejudices. Persevering, they welcomed a baby girl, Mia, into their home. Mark doted, "Grandpa's here." Joy mingled with vigilance, shielding her from hate. A reunion with Jordan's family tested boundaries. His brother attended Mia's christening, tentative peace forged. "God's love is bigger than I thought," he admitted. Not perfect, but progress. Economic woes hit. Market fluctuations devalued crops. Alex diversified into agritourism, tours, weddings, leveraging their story. Success bred envy. A rival farm spread rumors of favoritism. Legal skirmishes ensued, resolved in their favor. Personal growth continued. Alex reconciled with his mother's absence, locating her in California. A visit revealed her regrets. Left because of Mark's rigidity. Proud of who you've become. Closure mended hidden scars. As years blurred, the estate became a sanctuary. Annual Pride events hosted, drawing crowds. Conflicts lessened, acceptance normalized. But a health scare for Mark, heart issues, reminded of fragility. Hospital vigils united them. "You've taught me to love better," Mark confessed. Recovery strengthened bonds. Decades on, the inheritance's true value crystallized. Not acres or dollars, but transformed lives. Alex and Jordan, silver-haired, watched Mia graduate, her speech on equality echoing their struggles. Mark, frail but content, beamed from the audience. Reflecting on the burned check, Alex marveled at fate's twists. What if Mark hadn't destroyed it? Would secrets have stayed buried? Identities suppressed? The farm endured as a legacy of resilience, inspiring generations. Yet questions lingered in quiet moments. Had society truly evolved, or merely tolerated? In the end, their story posed a profound query. Is forcing someone to confront their prejudices through loss and revelation ultimately justified, or does it risk irreparable family bonds?